everyone, Lego Mega 96.1 here with another review. First, right off the bat, I just wanted to apologize if I haven't uploaded anything in a while. I was dealing with family issues at home, but don't worry, everyone's okay, everyone's doing well. Well, we're just a little hectic in getting ready for Christmas. So, yeah, my apologies in advance. And with that out of the way, let's get to a review. And for today's video, I want to talk about a movie based off a famous, iconic video game created by Scott Cawthon. And that game is Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, a little heads up, I haven't played any of the Five Nights at Freddy's video games ever since the movie was released. Well, I wouldn't say that. I played the second Five Nights at Freddy's game. It's said to be the prequel of the first Five Nights at Freddy's game. And that's the only FNAF game I've played. I haven't played the first one. I haven't done the VR. I haven't done anything related to Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, a little heads up. This may contain spoilers for the game and for the movie. Now, if you have not seen the movie or played any of the games, I highly suggest you click away right now. So that way you can watch the movie, watch the Let's Play of Five Nights at Freddy, so that way you can understand the gist. Oh, and I don't know much about the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, I've heard about it, and I've seen YouTubers in particular play that iconic game. I've seen Markiplier play Five Nights at Freddy's. I've seen Jacksepticeye play it, Corey X Kenshin, The Game Theorist, and many others. So, yeah. Now, as for Five Nights at Freddy's, what is that game about? Well, basically, it has to do with this pizzeria that's been around since the 70s and 80s and 90s. Give or take. It's sort of like Chuck E. Cheese, but with a big animatronic bear, a pirate fox, a rabbit, and a chicken. And basically, what happened is related to this pizzeria is that this guy who's named William Afton dresses up in a spring Bonnie suit and lures kids to the back room where he kills them. Now, there's a reason behind this because back in 1983, there was a kid who had his head stuffed into an animatronic bear, and it kills him. And we all know the meme where Markiplier said, "Was that the bite of 87? Well, technically, it's the bite of 1983. The bite of 87 was 4 years later. So, yeah. Sorry for spoiling the meme, you guys. Now, as to the first movie of Five Nights at Freddy's, which is based off the first game, it all has to do with Foxy, Freddy, Chica, and Bonnie, who walk around the pizza place after the pizza place was closed up for the night. For the game, you play a security guard and you have to keep an eye on the cameras because the animatronic characters, they do walk around. I mean, I know what goes without saying, but Disney now is working on animatronics that have free roaming. I mean, normally we see them on rides or in place and they usually walk around, they talk, sing, and all that. But with Five Nights at Freddy's, it's sort of advancing. But onto the movie. I love the movie. I mean, it was enjoyable. It has so much connection to the game, to the lore, and anything else related to Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, again, I don't know much of the lore. I mean, I'm still learning about Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, again, I've seen Let's Plays of Jacksepticeye playing the game, Corey X Kenjin, and Markiplier, PewDiePie, and many other YouTubers who played the game. Now, again, I've only played the second Five Nights at Freddy's game. I haven't played the first one or any other game related to Five Nights at Freddy's. So, there's that. But what do I think of the movie? Now, like I said, I love it. It's good. I mean, the actors were good. The animatronic, they look impressive. They look just like the characters from the game, and which is pretty cool. Now, as to the others, where we got the cameo of the game theorist and Corey X Kenshin, that is spectacular. In fact, I was hoping I would find Markiplier in the movie as well, because as we all know, Markiplier is the king of Five Nights at Freddy's. What? I didn't say it right? Oh, my invisible producer, my invisible off-screen producer, to make the joke sound more accurate, said I didn't say it right. So, Markiplier is the king of Five Nights at Freddy's. Because he had beaten every single Five Nights at Freddy's video game, played Five Nights at Freddy's related fan games. I mean, above all, they're good. I mean, he's good at the game. They don't call him the king of Five Nights at Freddy's for nothing. Now, with that said, I really love how they brought in the guy who played Shaggy in the live-action Scooby-Doo movies to be William Afton. And the Spring Bonnie suit, who will later become Springtrap, that looks spectacular. I mean, the glowing white eyes, the damaged suit. And then even the modified voice that Afton wore when he was Spring Bonnie, who will later become Springtrap, is just awesome. And also his demise as the spring locks were closing in on him, that was pretty impressive. And everyone went crazy when he says the line, "I always come back." A line we heard in later Five Nights at Freddy's video games. So, yeah. In fact, we do see Springtrap again in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, which you have to not only keep an eye on the cameras for phantom animatronics, but keep an eye on Springtrap. See, I'm learning more about Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm learning the stuff on it. Now, the actors, including the guy who played Mike Schmidt, is impressive, and even we see some of the kids who will later become possessed animatronics. I mean, we've seen that when Mike Schmidt has his dream of seeing these 4 kids. It's in the woods, because we learned earlier that he lost his younger brother when he and his family were on a camping trip. And that's pretty sad on him. I mean, he took it personally, and he would somehow make it his mission to find the one responsible for killing his younger brother and make him pay. I mean, if I went through what that guy went through, I would make it my personal mission to find the guy responsible and beat the living crap out of him to make him feel the same pain that I felt. But overall, the setting of Five Nights at Freddy's, including the pizzeria, it looks spectacular. I mean, we've seen in particular, there's a lot of references to the first game. I mean, we've seen the camera angles where we see the animatronics standing there. We saw Pirates Cove. And we even got the appearance of Balloon Boy, one of the most annoying animatronics in the Five Nights at Freddy's video game. I'm telling you, if I see Balloon Boy, I would punch him in the face 10 times like Markiplier said. But overall, the movie itself is really good. And I can't wait to see the second movie of Five Nights at Freddy's or other related Five Nights at Freddy's game-related movies later on down the road. And hopefully, maybe we'll get Markiplier in one of those movies. Because as we all know, he is the king of Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, by the way, Mark, if you're watching this, love your videos, bud. And I love the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And I love the Five Nights at Freddy's games you do. Keep it up, bud. So, yeah. And that's it for this review, my friends. And what are your thoughts on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? I mean, do you love it? Do you enjoy it? Please tell me in the comment section down below. And if you love this video and if you want to see more like this, please feel free to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell notifications so that way you can be notified if I upload the next video. And as always, this is LEGO Mega 96 1 signing off.